Hello, everybody, and welcome to New Consciousness Review. I'm Miriam Knight, and our guest today is Diana Cooper. Diana is a therapist, a healer, and the author of several books, including 2012 and Beyond, The Keys to the Universe, Angel Inspiration, Discover Atlantis, Light Up Your Life, and A New Light on Ascension. Her new book is called Transition to the Golden Age in 2032. It offers a worldwide forecast for the economy, climate, politics, and spirituality. It's a totally fascinating book, and Diana, I am so pleased to have you with us today.
Hello, I'm delighted to be here.
Well, as you might hear from her accent, Diana is calling in to us from Bournemouth, England. Diana, my dear, how did you come to write Transition to the Golden Age?
It followed as a natural sequence to 2012 and Beyond. As soon as I'd finished that book, and then I wrote The Keys to the Universe, but people are asking so many more questions about what happened afterwards, what was going to happen in their part of the world, that I just ran on and wrote that one.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yes.
Because I always work with my guides and angels. Ever since I had an angel experience 20 years ago, I have connected with my angels and written through what they have to tell me.
You said you had an angel experience. Was this like a traumatic experience?
No, the actual angel experience was fantastic, but I was going through a traumatic time in my life, getting divorced, and I was at my wit's end. I couldn't see a future. I had no religious and no spiritual background. And nevertheless, when it came to the crunch, I just threw myself into a chair and said, if there's anything out there, show me. And a beautiful golden angel came into the room and took me by the hand and lifted me out of my body, and I flew with the angel for an hour around the universe, and it showed me my future, it showed me what I had to be doing, and I knew that I had got to make massive changes when it brought me back to my body. And that was the start of a huge change in my life. It took me a long time to get there, but the angels came back 10 years later, and then they said, we want you to tell people about angels. Well, I said, no way. Thank you. People think I'm nuts already. What will happen if I start talking about angels? Actually, it was 30 years ago, the experience, and so this is quite a long time ago too. And they said, who is doing your work? Is it your ego or your higher self? And I said, point taken. And then they gave me a whole lot of information, which became my first angel book. And I've never looked back. My life changed. They started to work with me and help me in all sorts of ways.
You know, it's so fascinating to hear people talk about these experiences because they manifest in many different ways. You know, some people will communicate with angels. Other people have a guide. Other people discover that they have incredible healing abilities.
That's right. That's right. It can be in many ways.
Why do you think that at this time so many people are having these experiences?
Well, because we are at the end of a 260,000 year cosmic era, and we all have to move into the fifth dimension by 2032, when the new golden age starts, and there's a new blueprint for humanity. So everyone that's come here this time prepared for the new golden age is going to have to get their act together and wake up. And that's what the angels are doing. They're waking people up as fast as they can. And 11/11 was a huge, huge shift. I'm sure most people you knew went somewhere or meditated at 11/11 on the 11th of November last year. And that affected people, especially those who were already in the fifth dimension. 68% of them moved into ascension, and people who were in the fourth dimension, a vast number of them moved into the fifth dimension, but there are still a huge number stuck in the third dimension, and we are called on to use our light and to help them move up, because they need a great body of people in the fifth dimension by 2012 so that the planet can make its leap. See, 2012, this year is the most incredible time that we've been waiting for so long, because it's the end of the Atlantean era. And so then we have to have this 20-year of transition before we come into the new. And we have got so far behind that everything has to collapse. It's like a house move. You go into the attic, you go into the cellar, you look at every single thing to decide whether you want to take it with you into the new paradigm or not. And so we're looking at the economics, and banks are collapsing. The whole economic structure is no longer suitable for where we're going. So it has to collapse so that it can be ready for the new paradigm. The system of illusory money is not suitable for the new age that's coming. And it's not just the economy, it's politics, it's everything. So all the dinosaur businesses that are based on greed and coercion, they are all, one way or another, going to collapse. And they're going to be squeezed until they are ready to make the change. Because the new age is based on sharing, cooperation, doing what's for the highest good, working with joy, doing something that makes your heart sing, working for the good of nature, the good of humanity, the good of animals. If you're in one of those jobs, then you're most likely to move forward graciously and easily. But many souls, I'm sure you've noticed, have been having themselves made redundant. Mm-hmm. And the reason is we're moving into an age where the soul level is saying, you must not do a job just to put a roof over your head. You have to do something that gives you soul satisfaction. So if somebody is made redundant or their business collapses, they are asked to focus on their spiritual growth. When your spiritual level is at the right frequency, you will then automatically attract to you the right abundant work for you. Unfortunately, many people are automatically looking for the same thing that they've just left behind because it's where they feel comfortable and safe. But it's not going to get them what they want. And so it's again another huge wake-up call for countries, for individuals, for everybody.
That's quite fascinating and so pertinent to this time. Diana,
so important.
Explain what you mean by fifth dimension. How will we experience it?
Okay. The fifth dimension is a state where you want to share, you want to cooperate, you want to work always for the highest good. So every decision you take is not for self. It's for the highest good of the family, the community, or whatever is going on. As soon as you start doing that, your heart is open and your mind is starting to be enlightened. So it's a state of growing enlightenment.
Uh-huh.
And in the fourth dimension, your heart starts to open. And that's when people are starting to move into peace movements and call for freedom.
So it's analogous to what people are saying, raising your vibration.
It's exactly the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there are lots and lots of different ways of putting it, but it is living in a different way so that your frequency, your vibration is raised.
So tell us about the new higher energies that are coming in. What areas will we see changing?
We're going to see every area changing. All secrets have to come to the surface. So people who've been hiding aspects of themselves, or banks that have been hiding dirty money, or businesses that have been, or religions even, that have been hiding aspects, that's all got to come to the surface to be looked at, examined and cleansed. So everything is being changed. But let me say something about the energies coming in, because it really is so exciting.
you.